Hello there and welcome to Strategic Command WWII War in Europe as we begin our new campaign against AI in the full-blown campaign starting on September 1st, 1939 in Poland, and I'm going to play as Axis on expert difficulty. So without further ado, let's jump in. Let's set the difficulty to expert with all the bonuses given to the AI, and I'm going to talk about them in a minute when the game is loaded. And what I'm going to do this turn is, let's start with some basics as per usual. I'm going to start the turns with the allied AI turn, and I will finish it with mine, of course, because it's easier to remember the things that I need to remember about the AI movement. That's the reason why I usually play with not NATO counters, but the actual visual graphics of the units, because it gives me info on whether the units are upgraded or not much quicker. And when it comes to decision events, I'm not going to read them. When there are some real options to choose between, I will just comment on why I've chosen one option over the other, and if you want to read them, you can just pause the video. So let's start with this, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the initial strategy for both Italy and Germany, as well about the differences on expert difficulty. So first of all, as you can see, game is set on expert difficulty, but you can obviously set it in intermediate and still give it the AI bonuses. So what's the difference between this one and this? On expert difficulty, the AI receives extra units on some dates while it advances to given hexes, etc., in comparison to other difficulties. So we have more swarms to break through. Now, spotting bonus is pretty, I guess, obvious. As you can see from this hex, you can only see here. So the AI could see Łódź, for example, because it has +2 spotting range. Actually, with this hex, it would be up to here. It's pretty important when it comes to naval combat, because carriers have more range, the AI carriers, and naval units as well. So it's pretty bad when it comes to that. And other bonuses. So the most important one, I guess, is +2 experience points. As you can probably believe, Poland units are trash, but not when they have +2 experience points. As you can see, their readiness is extremely high. You can see these experience points here, and you can see that we do not have those points. And of course, the most important things, they do not have attachment to HQ, of course, that's one thing. So they are not that great, but the problem with those 2 extra experience points is that AI HQs can potentially have 5 pips of experience, including unit 2 points of experience, which gives a realistic boost of 4 experience points to units combat ability AI. And if you ask me if that's broken, it probably is. So that's my only commentary about that one. And that's why it is so huge And of course, this 20% of bonus to AI income is, I guess, self-explanatory. They've got more MPPs to work with, to reinforce, buy units back, and so we have to break through even more swarm of the AI units, etc, etc. But that will be it for the fight that we are dealing with, and now let's move into victory conditions. We are of course gunning for the decisive victory, which means let's not worry about those two cities too much, but I'm going to send, when it comes to Cairo, after the fall of France, I'm going to send some units, some German units to Italian ports immediately, launch them, and I want to take Cairo as soon as possible. So the actual African corps that arrives due to decision event will go into Soviet Union. So they will kind of swap their roles. They will not be fighting in the sands, but in the snows. And when it comes to next three cities on the list, Moscow, Leningrad and Stalingrad, the big three cities of the Soviet Union, it means that we do not have to defeat Soviet Union, we just need to take those cities. And when it comes to Barbarossa, I'm not going to really push into some early Barbarossa like in April or May. I'm going to do it when I'm ready, so probably June, maybe even July, who cares. And I'm not going to even push that hard to get any of those cities immediately in 1941. I want to take them in 1942. I'm going to push into south, to at least secure all the mines in the Ukraine to improve my income. I probably want to move past Smolensk in 1941, maybe even to Vyazma. And I don't really care that much about Leningrad, to be honest. I will support both center and south with half of my air power each to help break through the Soviet swarms. And after we take over Moscow and Leningrad and Stalingrad, I will move my air power to Leningrad in 1942 and hopefully will be able to finish the campaign in 1942. And then in 1943, I'm going to take, with the help of my air power, London and all adjacent hexes, because that's the rule, you have to take all adjacent to London hexes to achieve decisive victory. And when it comes to Italians, I want to boost Germany income as much as possible, so there will be no conquest for Italians in this game. So they will support the Germany in the Northern Africa. And I will use their garrisons to guard partisans hexes in Soviet Union as well as the Atlantic coast, as I want all the German available units to be in where we need them, in the east. And when it comes to diplomacy, I'm going to deploy in Spain. At least I hope I will be able to deploy in Spain. In Turkey, I hope I do not need to take Turkey out by actually conquering it, but we'll see about that one. I want to have as great income as I can, as soon as possible. Speaking of income, let's take a look at research. Italians will have not enough income to support anything but their infantry, and probably not even that. So let's do that. I'm going to move into, as Germany, I'm going to invest into land technology only. I'm not going to bother with subs, at least initially. Artillery weapons, I will do that one, but when I will actually have MPPs to buy artillery. And rockets, do I need even to comment on that? Advanced tanks immediately and ground attack weapons straight away. Okay, And of course I will try to save enough MPPs to invest into diplomacy in Spain. Now I want 2 cores around here, so let's push you here. You will move next to port. You will move to Brindisi. You will move here to prepare for the assault on Malta. About my navy. You are ready. Let's move you out of port because I want to move you. Actually, we can move them slowly. I'm not in a rush anywhere. You are in a bad shape, which means we'll probably worry about you the least, and you will actually move to ports. Most likely be reinforced at some point or at another. Move here. Let's move you here. Maybe we'll push with you to Civil Oasis. We will transport this army, this tank, and this HQ to, and of course this core to Africa at some point. Now you will be grounded. You will move to this hex. You will be force marched to this hex. You will move to this hex. Set mode auto assist, auto assist, auto assist, and auto assist. And now let's do it properly. You are auto assist. Okay, you are. So I have a bit too many units around here attached. I will try to attach with this HQ, this guy, and you will actually move south like that, attach to this guy. You will attach to this army instead. Okay. Not going to happen, I do not like it at all. 2-0 not going to happen. But he's got an entrenchment, which is pretty bad. So now, what is actually, let's not forget about our navy, as I'm not going to invest my navy now. My subs are as strong as they can be right now. With those 2 ships, I'm going to... Ooh, I've made a mistake. I did not want to be on this... convoy route, at least with this sub, because I'm not on raider mode. Because I want to use them to actually disrupt the convoy route entirely by destroying the port, but now I will activate, if Canada will join war day 1, they will get raided. So it will activate the allied units to react to it, which I didn't want, but it happened. We can actually move you. Here. And as we are not at war with Great Britain and France, I will attempt to move my 2 subs that are in German ports to raid pretty quickly. Now you 2 will move back into German ports. You are not upgraded yet, so let's leave you where you are. Okay, you are grounded. First of all, I want to make sure that this fighter the Polish fighter will not intercept my bombers. So let's 2 points. What? they actually, Poland actually has aircraft doctrine, the aerial warfare, which means they will be able to intercept me twice because they have 5 points of strength, and I did not take any of them. So very, very nice. Nice job, my friends. Nice job. Let's feel defense now. So now we playing with zone of controls. This guy will be a tough cookie for sure. So this guy is not attached, and I want to try to make him attached. So now, if I can take care of his zone of control, I will be able to attack with this. Move this core here and attack with it. This army, but the question is, will he escape? And only lost 3 points. At least it did not run away. As you can see. 1 point, please. Okay, actually you rehabilitated yourself in my eyes. Now let's move you here. Pretty please. One time, lucky one time. Maybe that is the play. We'll see about that one. I would love to attach you first, my dude. Love to attach you first. If I move you here, 1, 2, 3, too far, we have to move him to Tormi. I need him to be able to attack Warsaw, or at least units that we will move in front of Warsaw next turn with this tank. Maybe we can take one shot. It's kind of tough. Now what? Let's do this. Oh my dear lord. Not lucky enough. Not lucky enough. We are moving to Toro immediately. But we now need to take care of him somehow. We are not in range. We would have to take you out with you, which will not happen. And I really can't allow to do that. It's pretty bad, and I can't allow them to take. Actually, he will have 0 supply, so he can't take down. And I need you to move into Kutno. So I guess move you here. Okay, you are in range, thank goodness. Let's take you out. I will not comment on that. To rush to Kutno. View. How are you looking, Tutu? Okay, I guess we might move this army away. Marienburg 8. 6. Here. Now, that was very bad. To be frank. We've got you, but that's not really reassuring at all. Start with you. Please, you've done what was said you would do. Now it's still 1-1. Let's try to move here. I've moved behind the river, yeah. I need to move into wood, which means I need to move. I can take both attacks, and I need to take care of their zone of control as well. You're 5s, which means I won't be able to kill you. Lucky one time. No. You should be able to finish him off on your own, I think. And this way we can actually cut off Poznan, which is important. Yeah, we'll take this attack. At least you did not take any damage. Move you in here. Let's bombard you. Still 1-1. And I needed to bombard him because I need to move this HQ forward. It's Breslau 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I haven't played actually the campaign in War in Europe in like years. This campaign, so I'm a bit rusty, but who cares? Let's move it in a bit closer. You can stay in Breslau for that matter. Still got you. Let's bombard Warsaw. We've got these interceptors. Unbelievable. Let's de-entrench Warsaw by 1 and demoralize it as well. We're fine with this HQ, which means I will retreat in by 1 hex. Now we've got you. And we've got you to actually take care of this guy. If he will move into Ostrava, I don't really mind. And I said it, and here we are. I will try to cut you off. That's nice. Know that they are in Krakow somewhere. I will not be able to cut this army though. Over here. Let's move here. Okay. Let's move in here and maybe we can trap Gorin's army. No, we can. We probably could, but I've made a mistake by not moving this army first. Oh, we still can move, okay. So now we are encircled, but I've blown it. 2-2. Let's do that. They might operate you, and it was free. How nice. How spectacular. So next turn we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, we are fine. Got some units ready to pounce. Maybe not as well as I would have liked. But we should be able to take care of Warsaw next turn. Hopefully. And we need to kill some of those units. Ooh, I've made a mistake. Yeah, I can see it now. He's got supply from the port. So I need to make sure that Danzig is covered. Okay, that will do. Okay. And as you can see, combat is pretty tough with those plus 2 points of experience. So it will be a tough game, but we will be victorious anyway, because there is no other way. But anyway, that will be it for this time, as we begin our fight to the last bullet against the evil allied AI in 1949, 1939 of course, scenario. So thank you for watching. I hope that you will enjoy this series, and I will see you next time. But first of all, I will actually save the game. So I will see you next time.